my name is Lottie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hello, hope everyone is staying safe and hope everyone is staying sane, very important right now. Today's video, if you can't tell by my choir themed few things in the background, is going to be about my experience in London Youth Choir and my singing experience in general. As I mentioned in I think my Q&A video, which is my first video, I'm a classical singer. I have been doing classical singing since I was maybe 9 or 10 now, so almost 8 years, and I'm currently preparing for my grade 7 classical singing exam. And one of the main things that I do in my singing is I am a member of the London Youth Choir. I have been for almost 2 years now. Unfortunately it is my last year for the moment because I'm going away next year, but hopefully if I end up going to university in London I will hopefully rejoin. So yeah, I'm just going to tell you guys a bit about my concerts that I've done with London Youth Choir, some of my experiences and some of the music I've been so lucky to end up singing. So yeah, let's get on with the video. So first things first, I should probably explain a little bit about what LYC is, LYC being London Youth Choir. The London Youth Choir is a collection of choirs set up, I think, 9 years ago. I've got to double check that. I think 9 years ago in London by some incredible artists to provide a high-class classical singing education to people from all different backgrounds across London. One of the amazing things about LYC is how diverse everyone is. You have people from some of the poorest areas of London to people from some of the richest areas of London, and every single person is supported. And for those who maybe do need a bit of extra money to help them with their London Youth Choir education, because there are some fees and we have to do things like buy concert folders and buy concert dresses and t-shirts and stuff, they have an incredible bursary scheme, a travel bursary scheme, because travelling in London can be really expensive, all of which is supplied by things such as the Big Give, by people paying to come see our concerts, people paying us to perform at things. There are currently a number of choirs, and I've got to read them off a list over here because I'm not 100% sure of them. So you have boys choir, girls choir, Cambiata girls and Cambiata boys. Cambiata means changing, so it's for boys and girls whose voices are changing, because what a lot of people don't realise is that everyone knows that boys' voices change, but girls' voices actually change quite drastically as well. And so Cambiata choirs are incredible for facilitating young boys and girls through that awkward voice change and making sure that they come out the best things that they can be. So boys, girls, can be boys, can be girls. There is the chamber choir, which are the best of the best. They are incredible. And there is the regional choir, and then the choir that I'm in, which is senior choir, which is, I think, for people from 14 or 15 up to, I think, 23 to 24, I think is the top age that we have. My choir rehearses on a Monday evening in central London, and we rehearse from 7:30 till 9 once a week, and 7:30 till 9 is one of my favourite times of the week. I love my LYC family so much, they mean so much to me, and we sing some incredible music. If you want to find out a bit more about London Youth Choir, then please just look up London Youth Choir online. They have an incredible website. Thank you very much to everyone who designed the new website. It is so good. So just to explain a little bit more about what it's like being in a classical choir, in a youth choir, as I said, we rehearse once a week and then we perform at events. We perform in our own concerts. We have end of term concerts. We've done recording. London Youth has done stuff such as performing at Wembley, performing at Glastonbury. They've done multiple album recordings. I've been really lucky to sing in some world premieres. We sing at the Royal Albert Hall quite a lot. And yeah, we're just incredibly lucky. One of the things that's really interesting, I think, is that we have 2 concert dresses, or 2 forms of dressing for concerts. So this is our casual concert dress. We wear the London Youth Choir t-shirt, this is the senior choir t-shirt, and we just wear black trousers. And then this is actually my more formal concert dress. The girls wear black floor-length dresses or skirts, and everything has to be covered. As you can see, this dress is from Boohoo. It is incredible. I actually love wearing this dress. It's one of my favourite dresses in the world to wear. I really, really like it. And we perform our more formal concerts while wearing this, whereas this is our more casual concerts. This is our choir folder. We store all our music in here, and we formed this as the old logo, so don't look at this, this is the new logo, and this has still got all my music in it from before quarantine. So before quarantine we were doing Bob Chilcott, The Lily and the Rose, we were doing The Reproaches by John Sanders, oh god, it's all falling all over the place, we were doing The Spheres from the Sunrise Mass, we were doing Venite Gaudete by Adrian Peacock. We were doing Eric Whitacre's Cloudburst, beautiful piece, but a devil to learn, really hard to learn this piece. And we were doing Salutations, and I'm not going to try and pronounce this composer's name because I will butcher it, and then I should have another Venite Gaudete score. And these are really handy because it helps to keep our music organised, and it even has space for pencils, which is very useful. So I have my list here ready to go of all of the concerts and events I've done with London Youth Choir. I have a whole stack of programmes, tickets, things to show you, so why don't we get started? So I joined London Youth Choir in September 2018. I actually auditioned for London Youth Choir on my first day of sixth form. It was the most stressful audition I have ever done, and that was purely myself. I put so much pressure on myself to perform well. I actually cried in my audition, not of their fault, because I messed up my sight singing, and they were so lovely about it and they coached me through it, and I actually learned so much in that audition. And that's really what they're looking for in auditions like this. It's not, you obviously have to be at a certain level, but they want to see that you have room to improve, so I think that's really important. My first performance with London Youth Choir was super soon after joining. It was in October 2018, and we performed the world premiere of Patrick Hall's Great War Symphony at the Royal Albert Hall. I have my ticket from it. It was a Classic FM live performance, and it was streamed on Classic FM Live, and unfortunately you can't find it anymore, but if you go on Spotify and find the Great War Symphony, it is just beautiful. It was written to commemorate 100 years since the ending of World War I, and it was just the most incredible experience. We had the London Youth Choir, the National Youth Choir, and I think the Berkshire Youth Choir was also there. I can't remember if that's exactly who they were. And then we had a few adult choirs there as well. We had multiple military orchestras, and we had big fanfares, and it was just the most incredible experience. It really taught me to adapt to music and learn music super quickly, because we only had about a month and a half to turn around a 4-hour concert basically. So yeah, that was an incredible experience. So moving on to December. December is one of the busiest months for singers because we have Christmas concerts, and in the December of 2018 I did 3 things with LYC. The first thing that we did was on the 1st of December to raise money for the choir. We did a flash mob at Waterloo Station performing a beautiful gospel piece called People Get Ready, and we also did a few little Christmas songs, and that was really fun. We then performed again at the Royal Albert Hall in a show called My Great Christmas Orchestral Adventure. This is my performer pass from it. I don't know if that's going to focus. Yeah, there we go. That's my performer pass, which gets you into the dressing rooms. If you ever go to the Royal Albert Hall to perform, the best dressing rooms, such nice dressing rooms, and that is an event geared towards young children, to get young children into classical music, and yeah, that's just an incredible performance. Sorry, I just dropped something, I had to pick that up. And that was an incredible experience, and I actually made some of my really good friends from LYC on that day because of Great Orchestral Adventure. And then we have our end of year, end of term concert, which we do at the end of every term, so we do 3 a year. And my Christmas one that year was called People Get Ready. It was at an incredible concert hall called Milton Court, which is where we do all of our Christmas concerts. And I'm just trying to find what we did. We sung, gosh, it's so long ago now, I can't remember. We sung Bethlehem Down, My Lord Has Come, Sans Day Carol, which was one of my favourites, and In the Bleak Midwinter, and then People Get Ready, which we did this concert with the London Vocal Project and Pete Churchill, so a lot of our music was really jazz inspired, which is really fun for me because I'd never really sung jazz inspired music before. I just did classical or gospel, so that was really enjoyable. I loved this concert. So then in the January of 2019, we performed at the London A Cappella Festival. We were the opening group on one of the evenings of the festival before I think a Bulgarian folk group sung. I actually have a photo from this evening. And I am over here somewhere. This is the soprano section. I'm over here somewhere. And at that concert we sung Eric Whittaker's incredible piece, Leonardo Dreams of His Flying Machine. Again, beautiful piece, so atmospheric, really worth a listen. And we also sung My Lord Has Come, and I think that was the last time we sung My Lord Has Come, and that is one of my favourite pieces we've ever sung with London Youth Choir. And yeah, that was just an incredible thing to be invited to be a part of. There were some really cool workshops and we got to do 1 or 2, so that was really good fun, and that was at King's Place near Charing Cross Station, so that was a really good, enjoyable evening. The next concert that we did was in April, and that was our end of year concert. The end of year concert was called Rhythmus, which was the name of one of the pieces that we sung, and in that concert we sung Leonardo Dreams of His Flying Machine. We pulled that out quite a few times because it's one of those pieces that you just keep improving and it keeps on getting better, so it's okay to sing it at multiple concerts because each time is slightly different from the others, because there's a lot of sort of background noise and things that you make with your mouths during that piece, so I think that's really important. We sung Rhythmus, which was the name of this, and we actually bought Rhythmus was an incredible piece to learn because it was so fast, it almost felt like we were rapping, and we felt a serious sense of achievement when we learned Rhythmus properly. And we also did Tis Me O Lord, which was a spiritual piece, and again it's really a beautiful, quite atmospheric piece. And yeah, that was a really nice concert. I really enjoyed that concert. That was one of my favourites just because of the set list. I thought the set list was really lovely for that concert. So the summer term of 2019, we didn't really have that many concerts. We just had our end of year concert. The end of year concert was called Sounds Like Home, and it was described as music from around the world that evokes a sense of homecoming. So for that concert, the senior choir sung a song called Hanat Patchak Kusi Queenim. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but that's a spiritual, and we actually walked in singing that, so we had people going down each of the aisles with someone banging a drum on stage, and that was really cool. And we sung a piece called Tamquam ad Latronum. Again, don't think I'm pronouncing this right, but oh well. That piece I remember being so difficult to learn, and we were really struggling with it right up to the concert. I think it went well in the concert, I can't completely remember, but I'm sure it went fine. We also then sung O Sacrum Convivium by Gabriel Jackson, gorgeous piece. Rhythmus, again from the concert beforehand, again like Leonardo Dreams of His Flying Machine, it's a piece that you just can keep improving. And then we sung Africa by Toto. Now the London Youth Choir has a bit of a history with Toto and Africa, the song specifically, which I will explain more in a minute. The next concert that we did was actually really interesting. We performed at a convention for choral directors called ABCD, the Associated Board of Choral Directors, and we actually performed this in the middle of the summer. Really don't have anything from this other than this big bag of stuff that we got, which is like choral catalogues and CDs, so it's not very exciting, but well, I find it exciting. And we actually hadn't rehearsed or performed for 6 weeks over the summer holidays when we performed here, and we had to get on a coach very early up to Birmingham. It was at the Birmingham Royal Conservatoire, which was a gorgeous venue. And if I can work out how to, at the end of this clip, I'll put in a few pictures from that day, seeing as I don't have anything sort of to show you guys from that. But that was an incredible experience, and I actually met Gareth Malone, who, if you know singing in the UK, you'll know he's the god of choral music in the UK, and he was so lovely. And I looked so hilarious running into him because I had just come up from a choral conducting workshop. I had to grab my stuff and go downstairs to a rehearsal, and so I look like a proper singer because I've got my music, I've got pencils stuck in my hair, I have a water bottle, I have a tea in one hand, a water bottle in the other. My friends and I were like sprinting past. I suddenly realised we went past Gareth Malone. I was like, I'm so sorry, we're really late to rehearsals, we're from London Youth Choir, you're one of our patrons, do you mind if we take a quick picture with you? And so I got a lovely picture with him, and he could not have been sweeter, and we had that was a really cool performance to do, and we performed alongside another choir from Birmingham. And yeah, that was just a really cool piece to do. We did Hanat Patchak Kusi Queenim again, and we walked in doing that, and that was really cool. And thankfully one of our members, Kylie, has perfect pitch, so she was able to get us on pitch for that, which was so useful. But yeah, that was an incredible performance to do. I know I'm saying everything's incredible. Everything was incredible. It's just been the most incredible 2 years for me. So I'm now going to come back to Africa by Toto, and that is because we had the lovely experience of performing at a charity gala for the charity Born Free, and this is the only thing I have from it is the little pin that we wore that night, and we had them on here. And we performed Africa by Toto. They are a conservation charity, and it was at one of their galas at the Landmark Hotel in London, which if you've ever been to the Landmark Hotel and stayed there, you lucky thing, because it is a gorgeous hotel. And we performed an a cappella rendition of Africa, and that was really cool. Again, we did, because it was a cappella, we had quite a lot of time when we were making rainforest sounds. So for example, if you rub your hands together, it kind of sounds like rainforest sound, and there was a lot of clicking and things like that. And Joanna Lumley from Absolutely Fabulous was sat in front of me and was just in awe the entire time, and I was like trying not to internally die. And I think that I have a video which I took from someone's Instagram, that if I can find it, I will put it in after this clip is finished. If not, I am so sorry. But yeah, we did that, which was really, really good fun. So along with Great War Symphony at the Royal Albert Hall, probably the other big performance that I've done with London Youth Choir was in October of 2019, so quite recent, and we performed Mahler's Second Symphony at the South Bank Centre, and I have the sort of the South Bank Centre, their classical music season programme, and I don't know if you guys can see, but that highlighted bit there, that's our performance. So it was the London Philharmonic Orchestra doing The Resurrection, which is by Mahler, and we did Mahler's Second Symphony, Resurrection, and it was us with the London Philharmonic Choir and the London Philharmonic Orchestra, so LPO and LPC, who were incredible and invited us to take part in this. Mahler 2 is this beast of a movement, and we didn't have that long to learn it, but I think we were all so happy with how it turned out, and to be performing in the South Bank Centre was just incredible. And I think I have a video as well of the end of that, which I will try and put in at some point, because it is just incredible. I was actually really unlucky and I ended up in A&E the day after that. I think from how loud it was. I was sat right next to some church bells. There's church bells at the end of Mahler 2. And I ended up in A&E with a really bad migraine, which wasn't fun, but Mahler was incredible, and that was, other than Great War, that was one of my favourite performances we've ever done, because I just couldn't believe we got to do Mahler 2. It's one of my favourite pieces of music. So yeah, that was just an incredible experience, and we spent a lot of time at South Bank Centre, which was also really good fun. Another really cool thing I got to experience back in October was we performed, well no, we didn't perform, we recorded some music for Cavendish Recording, who provide music for TV and film at Angel Studios, which is a really cool independent studios in London, and we did a bunch of pieces which I can't really show you because I'm not allowed to, but I can show you this, and this is our book that we had, and that was a really cool experience because I'd only recorded music once before that, and it was at Camden Roundhouse. It wasn't a very important thing, it was like music we'd written ourselves, it wasn't really fancy, whereas this was like proper recording. We were there all afternoon. We did 8. We recorded 8 songs in about 4 to 5 hours, so we were really proud of that, and that was a really incredible experience. I actually have not heard any of the music, I really should look it up, but yeah, no, I think it was just the sopranos and altos. It was a sort of a girl thing, which was really good fun. And yeah, we had a really great time doing that. And I got to spend some time with my friends, which was really lovely. So then, like I said, December, very busy time for musicians, and what ended up being what I think will be my last LYC concert for now, because obviously being in isolation we had to cancel some concerts, which is really sad, but it was our Now May We Sing concert. LYC has gotten to the point now where it is so big that they have to do 2 concerts at the end of each term because all the choirs don't fit, and this was ours. We sung O Radiant Dawn, which is, beautiful, by James Macmillan. We did 2 versions of a song called Bogorodice Dievo. We did the Rachmaninoff version and we did the Ave Part version, both of which are gorgeous. And then we also sung, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find it in the thing here. We sung Sans Day Carol, which is the Pete Churchill one, which we also did last Christmas, but it was a favourite, so we brought it back. And we did Cecilia McDowell's Now May We Singin', which is also just a beautiful, sort of quite jazzy piece. And then we sung Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, which was really amazing because the staff, the LYC staff, came and joined us on stage and sung that with us, which we didn't know was happening, and that was a really beautiful moment. It was really special for all of us. And I know I cried. I think quite a few people cried actually, because yeah, for a lot of us it was our last Christmas concert, and for some of us it probably is going to be our last concert. So yeah, that was a very emotional night. I was also in the middle of mocks at that point, so I'd had a bunch of exams that day and I had a bunch of exams the next day, so I was stressed, but that was a good sort of moment's break from the stress. That was one of the only really Christmassy things I did that Christmas, because I had exams just up until the Christmas holidays. So yeah, but that was, I mean, I hope it's not my last ever LYC concert, but if it is, it's a good one. It's a good one to end on.
Yes, spaces. Sing to church, everyone.
Oh, the holly bears a berry as white as the milk, and Mary bore Jesus, who was wrapped up in silk. And Mary bore Jesus Christ, our Saviour, for to be. And the first tree in the greenwood, it was the holly, holly, holly. And the first tree in the greenwood, it was the holly. Oh, the holly bears a berry as green as the grass, and Mary bore Jesus, who died on the cross.
Not until Easter, but
So that's sort of my LYC journey. I've been really lucky that I also received private singing lessons, and like I said, I'm working towards my grade 7 classical singing, and I'm really lucky I get to do that. I would so encourage anyone who's interested in it to not only start singing classical music, but also to apply for the London Youth Choir. It has given me the most incredible opportunities. I have met the most incredible people, and I've never felt more welcomed and more accepted in a place in my life. Mondays are my favourite day of the week by so far, which should sound crazy because Mondays are most people's worst day of the week. Even now in isolation, we have rehearsals and we have musicianship lessons by YouTube and by Zoom, and we have an hour social every week because LYC is also a super social organisation, and you know, I've met some incredible people through it. And yeah, if you want to audition for LYC, go for it. You have nothing to lose. It is the most incredible organisation and you will have the most fun. We'll receive world-class training and we'll get to do some incredible things. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are from LYC and somehow you found this, mwah, love you guys very much. I will be back in my next video. I don't know what it's going to be yet because I filmed 2 videos today and I don't know which order I'm going to post them. So it's either going to be a video of me doing my makeup and explaining how I do my everyday makeup, or it's going to be a haul of clothes I bought for my gap year and just some information about my gap year, because that's going to become sort of the main focus of this channel in the next few months. So yeah, stay safe everyone, wash your hands, stay inside. Mwah. Bye guys!